Hello and welcome to the channel. I see a lot of people doing Wordle every day, but I'm surprised that Nerdle, which is the mathematical equivalent, doesn't get anywhere near as much coverage, at least as far as I can tell. I think it's much easier to guess a 5-letter word than an 8-character mathematical sum, but that's what we've got for us today. I'm going to be doing all of the Nerdles basically, so I hope you enjoy and let me know if you've got any feedback. So I always like to start with the exact same sum every day. So that's 98 minus 75 equals 23. I just find that it gives me kind of a variety of numbers basically, there's no duplicates. But that's not a particularly helpful start today, clearly. But the equals is in the right place. So I'm wondering if maybe we need to use plus instead. Right, so there is a plus, but it's not in the middle and it's a 2-digit result, which means that we're probably going to need a multiplication as well. So let's try. Oh, so 6 nines would be, I'm thinking it's probably going to be, well, it could be a plus and a plus, you see. In fact, I like the idea of that, so let's try 6 plus 9 plus 1. That's consistent with the information we've got so far. Okay, it's just in the wrong order. Right, but we know that the 1 has to be first because it can't be the 6 or the 9. And we know that the 6 must be next because it can't be the 9. So it has to be that. There we go. Solved in 4, that's not too bad. I've done better, I've done worse, but I think I've got a 100% streak going. I might show my stats on a future video, but for now I'm going to crack on and go over to the by Nerdle. I haven't imported my stats. I normally solve on my phone. I've imported my stats just for the normal Nerdle, but I haven't imported them for any of the others because it's a lot of work because you need a separate string for each one as far as I'm aware. So we'll be starting a new sequence for all of the other types, but again we'll start with the same sum. I'm going to try addition again for this one, although if it was something ending in 3 plus something ending in 5, that would be something ending in 8, which we can't have. And similarly, if it was something ending in 7 and something ending in 5, it would be something ending in 2, which we can't have. So if it is addition on the second one, we're going to need to do a bit more manipulation of the numbers. So I might try... Oh, I was going to do 7 times 4 plus 5 to get the times in there as well, but that's going to be 33, which we know can't be correct. Let's try 1 plus 7 times 5, because again it's consistent and it gives us quite a lot of extra information potentially, right? So there's no times, so it's probably just 2-digit number plus 2-digit number. But what can that be? So we can only use 3, 4, 5 and 7. Okay, so if it is, then they both have to end in a 5, so that would be something 5 plus something 5 equals something 0, because everything else that we've got left added to the 5 is going to give us a units digit that we can't use. But we could just try 35 and 35 equals 70. Okay. Right, okay, so it's going to have to be 30 plus 45 equals 75, and I probably should have paid more attention to the first one rather than just focusing on this one. But can we solve it from where we are? It's going to be something plus something plus something plus something plus something equals something by the looks of it. So let's try, what have we got? 1, 2, 4 and 7 are the only digits. 7 plus 4 plus 1 equals 12 is completely plausible. There we go. Oh, I forgot to disallow that in the settings. I don't like it when it accepts commutative answers. I've restricted them for the Nerdle, which is why it forced me to put those in, but clearly it didn't like it, or I forgot to disallow it for this one. Right, let's do the next one that I like to do is the instant. This should be incredibly quick. What settings are there? No, I don't want commutative answers. Right, I've remembered now. So 28 divided by 4 is 7. So it's going to be something divided by something plus something probably equals 8. So yeah, it's 54 divided by 9 is 6 plus 2 equals 8. There we go. 27 seconds, not too shabby. Weirdly, that's the one that I always do the quickest, whereas the speed one should be the one that you do the quickest, I guess. Let's again get rid of the commutative answers. Right, so there's no times or minus, so let's just try adding some things together. Oh, we've got quite a lot, so it's potentially... Oh, it could be lots of things. It's not going to be 14 and 2. What can the units digit be? Could be 4 and 5. Yes, let's try that. So 15 it would have to be, plus 24 equals 39. 46 seconds. That's one of the quicker ones. I'm not always that quick, to be fair. Okay, so that's the instant and the speed, and then I like to do the mini one next. It's exactly the same. I should be explaining these for those that are not familiar, but this is exactly the same. It's just there's only 6 instead of 8 characters to guess, so it's slightly easier, or significantly easier I would say, because you don't get any of the 2-digit times 1 digit equals 3 digit sorts of things that you do get in the main Nerdle. Right, so this is going to be quite a high result, I think. I don't like using the duplicated 8s, but I think we're going to have to duplicate something from this position. Well, I could have done 5 times 8. Too late. Oh, there's no 8 anyway. So 5 times 9? Or it could be 7 times 7. Well, this should allow us to disambiguate. There we go. I knew that was going to happen. But, you know, doing it in 4. Again, I've sometimes done the mini one in 2, it's quite easy and you can get lucky. I haven't got any of them in 1 yet. I've got Nerdle in 1 once, Wordle in 1 once, I got very lucky obviously, but never got any of these Nerdles in 1. It's just too many options, I think. Although I suppose some people think that way about the words, and I would tend to agree. I just got obviously incredibly lucky on that one occasion. I don't always start with the same mini Nerdle sum every time, but for today I'm going to start with 12 over 4 equals 3 for both this and the other one. And it turns out not to have been a very good result. How about 7 plus 3 equals 10 for that top one? It's going to be 3 plus 7, I knew that was going to happen. If you allow commutative answers, that's easy mode. Alright, we haven't got much for this one. We could try 9 plus 6 is 15. That uses all new digits where we can. Okay, could be 6 plus 5. It probably has to be. Yeah, it has to be 6 plus 5. Because it couldn't be equal 16. Because then the 5 would have to be here and it wouldn't work. Right, there we go. As I said, I don't have any stats or any streaks for any of these because I've only imported my numbers for the main Nerdle. But let's go back to this just to show I'm on a streak of 178, and actually I don't think it's ever taken me longer than 5. Yeah. Although 11 5s, so I'm slightly doing better. 14 2s and 11 5s. I think you've got to be quite lucky to get it in 2. Most of the time when I get it in 5, I feel like I had a chance to get it earlier, but I was just having a bad day. Let's say that. Right, but that's all of the Nerdles for today. I hope you'll join me again next time. Goodbye for now.